it's Elise here at Bowman Library in our teen section with a whole new teen book spotlight. So as we continue down our summer reading adventure, this week our theme is Tales from Time Past. We are taking a look at historical fiction. And what I love about historical fiction is that literally can take place anytime in history. And we have such a wide range of choices here. There is literally a time period for everyone. So we are going to be taking a look at 6 titles today. Some are, what I love about them are, we have time periods that there hasn't been a ton written about, but we have some awesome choices. And then we have others that are more like the ones you're kind of used to. So let's take a look and let's get started. Our first one is Burn Baby Burn by Meg Medina. So it is the summer of 1977 in New York City, and it is a time like there's never been before. There is an incredibly oppressive heat wave overtaking the city. There are mobs ruling even more. There's so much mafia activity, it's crazy. Arsons are through the roof, and on top of all of that, there is this serial murder on the loose named Son of Sam, and he's targeting couples, and no one can get a rhyme or reason for why he's picking who he's picking. So 17-year-old Nora, on top of all of this stress from the city, she has her own issues as well. She's dealing with divorced parents. Her father has nothing to do with them. And now her younger brother is on this downward spiral of selling drugs and setting arsons and physically abusing both her and her mother. Working at a neighborhood deli to help make ends meet, she meets the new hire, Pablo, and who seems interested in her, and she's kind of interested in him. But she does not want him to know what's going on at home, and she's really trying to hold him at arm's length. Nora needs to figure out who she is as an individual and how it's going to impact her future. Set in a month-long span that is not normally shared, you will find yourself wanting to know more about this time period in New York City. This is Burn Baby Burn, and if you've watched the Son of Sam thing on Netflix, you totally understand how this is set. Such a great story. Scar by J. Albert Mann. So it is during the Revolutionary War, and Noah wants to fight in George Washington's army, but due to a childhood accident that left him unable to use one of his feet, he is stuck at home. One evening, though, a Mohawk raid on his village leaves everything in ruins and people killed, and Noah is forced to flee. The only way he is going to be able to survive with his life is to take off. But he is seriously wounded. He's been shot. So he goes into the woods. He's trying to figure out what his next step is going to be. And then he finds himself face to face with another Mohawk teen who's the same age as him, who is also seriously wounded. In order for them both to survive and to get out of this situation, they are going to need to depend on each other and help each other out. Told over the course of 3 days, the story provides an insight to how life was like during the Revolutionary War, and it's based on real people and the events that took place during the Battle of Minnesink. It is incredibly fast-paced and will lead you wanting to know more about this time period. This is Scar. Kent State. So this unique novel in verse takes a look at the before, during, and after of one of the most dramatic moments in U.S. history that did kind of change everything. On May 4th, 1970, 4 college students were killed by the Ohio National Guard while protesting the Vietnam War on their college campus of Kent State. Told through a variety of points of view, from students killed to townspeople and leaders, you will get insights and perspectives that is different from just the facts. And you will be left wondering and trying to figure out what your thoughts and opinions are after being given information from all sides. And the situation, is one that there's a lot of gray areas, and you'll be deciding for yourself what you would have done and what should have been done. Each voice is written in a different type of font, but I will tell you this, the audio version of this one is incredible. So if you are into audiobooks, I highly recommend this one. This is Kent State. Fly Girl by Sherry Smith. So Ida Mae Jones is 18 years old. She's living in Louisiana, and it's December of 1941, right on the eve of the United States entering World War II. Ida Mae wants to be a pilot, but she has 2 things that are against her that she cannot change. She's a woman and she is black. But as the war progresses, there's a need for more people to be able to fly, and the military opens this program up to women called the Women Air Force Service Pilots, or WASP for short. And she wants to get in on this. This is her opportunity to become a pilot. But here's still the thing, you know, again, something she cannot change. You have to be white to be in this program, and Ida Mae isn't. But she decides that she can pass for white. And that's what she does. She wants in this program. So she soon finds herself, though, at odds with herself, because she wants to be in this program, but she also wants to stay true to who she is. So this is filled with information and real people, and you will learn so much about a program in our history that's not normally a topic that's taught in school or shared, but is pretty epic and important. This is Fly Girl. A Night Divided by Jennifer Nielsen. And I will just tell you this before we get into it. This one is so good. You have to read this one. So it's August 1961, and in the German city of Berlin, a huge wall that becomes known as the Berlin Wall literally goes up overnight in the city, and it divides the city of Berlin into two. There's West Berlin and there's East Berlin, and you are not allowed to cross the wall. You are not allowed to go to the other side. 8-year-old Gerda wakes up and she finds that her family is literally separated. She, her mother, and her brother Fritz are on the east side, while her father and another brother, who are visiting other family members on the west side, are now permanently there, and they're stuck there. 4 years go by, and the people of East Berlin have been living under the oppressive rule of the Russian regime, and they have been wanting to figure out a way over the wall. But again, it's illegal, and they will shoot you if you try to cross the wall. So Gerda one day is walking by the wall. Through a hole in the wall, she sees her father and her brother for the first time in 4 years, and they start passing notes through this wall. And her father wants her to dig a tunnel under the wall, because here's the situation. Her brother Fritz is going to be turning 18 soon. In this situation, in this time, once you turned 18, you had to enter the Russian army. And there is no way that anyone wanted to willingly enter the Russian army. So this is filled with adventure and suspense. You will be on the edge of your seat and wondering what you would do if you found yourself in this situation. A Night Divided. And our last one is The Black Kids. And I know we talked about how historical fiction, and we think about historical fiction being something super, super, super old. This one takes place in 1992 because it is part of history. So Ashley Bennett is a senior in high school in 1992. She's living in Los Angeles when the verdict in the Rodney King trial comes down. Ashley's friends are all white, and she attends a very wealthy high school, and she's encountered racism before, but she mainly fits in, and she's not seen as black in, the group of friends she's with, but she is. When the police officers are acquitted of beating Rodney King, King being black and the police officers white, and the whole thing was caught on tape, the city erupts into violence with people protesting and looting, including Ashley's older sister. Ashley does not know where she fits in, though, and she finds herself being pulled in different directions and expectations, especially when she finds herself starting rumors about other black students in her school. More than just about the riots themselves, this novel explores what it was like to grow up in the early 1990s and what expectations society had on all of us. This is The Black Kids. So these are just 6 of the books that we have here at the library that are historical fiction, that they're tales of time past. So we encourage you to come on down, check out one of these, or we are here to help you find that perfect historical fiction book that you want to read about that time period that you just love to learn about. I hope you tune in next week for a whole new teen book spotlight, and I hope you have a great week.